from what little I did play of Phoenix Wright, I've enjoyed the small amount. I just haven't gotten around to playing it again.
Well, now we're going to read the whole last thing, so let's go.
Hell yeah.
Everybody get your water.
A water.
I have
Water.
lemon water rocking out.
I got coffee, water, and tea. It's the trifecta.
Why do you have all three?
Because fuck you, that's why.
So, I'm going
This
to...
is America, goddammit. I can do whatever I want.
I will voice the bad guys. Bleep, you will voice the good guys. How about that? And Kyle, you voice everybody on the stand.
Okay.
That works. Alright, so this is broken up into episodes. Each episode is its own case. They do bleed into each other a bit. Some of them are standalone. It's structured pretty well. Every game always has at least one case that's kind of really boring. We don't know if we're going to do every case yet, but we'll do the vast majority at least.
We're open to suggestions. Because if it's dreadfully boring, I'll fall asleep.
Hope someone's reading. You should be gasping.
That's Kyle's job.
No, you're the bad guy, Julian, right?
Damn it! I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it.
The first case is very generous, and we actually get to see the murderer. But it's a tutorial, so it's fine. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Alright, Phoenix is the main character. Who wants to take him?
You!
Me?
You're taking the good guys. You're taking the good guys. Kyle is taking everybody on the stand, and
I'm all the witnesses and shit. Unless you want
like
to swap.
your left side, Kyle is the middle, I'm the right side.
Alright. Boy, I'm nervous. Right! Oh, hi, Chief. Phew, I'm glad we made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? Oh, that's Maya. Wait. Oh, I fucked that up. Phoenix owes him the favor. You mean you know that the defendant before this case? Yeah. Actually, I kind of owe him my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out in any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much.
Phoenix just hit puberty.
Alright,
Kyle,
this is going to be
you.
a defendant, so this is absolutely Kyle.
It's over! My life? Everything, it's all over!
It's already perfect. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him.
Death! Despair! Oh. I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die!
It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Hey there, Larry.
Dude, I'm so guilty! Tell him I'm guilty! Give me the death sentence! I ain't afraid to die!
What? What's wrong, Larry?
Oh, it's all over! I'm finished! Finished! I can't live in a world without her! I can't! Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away?
The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. My name's Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one.
Is she gonna be okay?
A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Owned. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself into trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he is a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. For the sake of making this not last forever, I'll not read, like, the narrations and all the item descriptions and stuff. Should probably avoid this.
Order's now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts.
That works.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
I would have written the same way!
The defendant is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright. This is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. Some might say the most. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ellipsis. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Yes, Your Honor. Hand shaking, eyesight fading.
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely.
I begin.
Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
Just say Phoenix Wright.
Should I?
No.
No.
No! Play it straight.
I don't know if we're penalized at this point, but I'll
Play it
be
straight until we get bored.
Okay. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
Phew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix! Are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim? Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R button to check it any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case?
Sorry, I didn't know this was going to be on the quiz.
Yeah.
Sorry, Peach.
Alright, so there it is, Cindy's autopsy report. All the items are going to have descriptions like this. Some of them will be interactable, and you can, like, actually click on part of them and such, but usually it'll just be little text displays like this, and they'll have all sorts of clues and stuff that we need for the trials. So, it's Cindy.
Cinderblock. The victim's name was Cinderblock.
Wait, was there an
Just
actual...
looking around the
thing?
room and saying random
No,
things.
there's not. Oh yeah, we also have profiles, so we can get her full name in here. Cindy Stone. And there's you, Kyle. Oh wait, it's Julian.
It's me. Hello.
Oh, that's you.
That's me.
Absolutely. The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was...
And we already saw in the autopsy report. She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed.
That's the entire
Law
bar
school
exam.
is so easy, dude.
You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne,
Yes, Your Honor.
as Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R button to check the court record frequently.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Millie wants to know if Harry is short for Harold. Does that mean Larry is short for Larold?
Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
What's it, buddy?
This can only be great.
We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony.
Didn't they all die?
I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway?
Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
Millie says your audio's a touch loud, Julie. Just let me know.
That's because I'm very close to the microphone. Do you enjoy
Oh,
this?
good. Okay, excellent. That's all just do. I just didn't want to. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it!
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. No way.
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, all the men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Ugh.
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. A thought! Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running its mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... Alright, what should we do?
Stay or should I go?
Hey, you're the lawyer, man. You make the choices.
Alright,
I
Julian.
turned myself a little bit down. Millie, is it alright now? Guys, is it alright?
Yeah, it sounds fine to me now.
All right, cool.
You were just clipping a little bit.
I'm trying not to, I swear.
My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to the case.
Ugh.
Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy. This is so not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you? Or did you not?
Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Uh-oh, he won. What should I do? I'm gonna have him answer honestly. I know. I'll send them a signal.
It's the fucking bat signal.
Tell the truth.
Yeah. I Zara, I went. Order. Well, Mr. Botts. Dude, chill. She went home, man, so, like, I didn't see her.
Wait, that's his voice? Okay.
Yeah.
Your Honor! He's lying!
Only when he's passionate.
Lying.
I didn't know he was told.
Mario!
The prosecution!
No.
No,
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
And I don't want you to have to shred your vocal cords this early into the game.
Hi, June.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who was your witness?
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order! Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sorbet to the stand.
Frank saw it.
Sorry.
Wait, are you fucking kidding me?
Every single witness name is a pun.
Wow.
Alright, butts. Get it? Mr.
Because he's the butt of the joke.
Mr. Saw It. You sell newspaper to subscriptions, is this correct?
Now, Julian, you read for him earlier, so... But he is on the stand. Okay.
Oh, yes! Newspapers, yes!
Mr. Solwood, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Sorry. No, I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him.
He's also going Super Saiyan.
Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly, it was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. I'm gonna change voices when he snaps, I guess.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawyer used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Perusal.
Well, now you've said it too much and it sounds wrong.
Only douchebags with glasses use that word, it's fine.
Fuck you. Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor?
Combo break.
Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you're supposed to expose the lies in the testimony the witnesses gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then the witness must have lied in the testimony. Or is your client really guilty? Ah! Okay, saying stuff. How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradiction between the court records and the witness's testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with the R button. Then point out the contradiction in the testimony.
Are we reading this again because you're jumping through it the entire time? Or...
No. We'll just read out
Okay.
any. All green text is no, white text is yes.
Alright.
So if you find anything new. Alright. So we can either press every statement and that'll give us some new dialogue sometimes, or if there's something that directly contradicts something in the court records or evidence or whatever, we can present that during the statement. So let's look at our stuff first. Time of death, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. And he did say something about a time that he called the police.
Yeah, I said it was 1.
So let's go ahead and skip over.
He also said he wasn't inside, and the next statement he said was using her phone. So he was inside the building.
Yep.
Can you press that? Can you go back one and press it?
Press it with...
The L button.
Oh, you mean press. Okay, not evidence. The phone in her apartment wasn't working. Really?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes. I mean, no. No, it wasn't, right?
Oh, you got... But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you?
Oh, that? I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next?
So that didn't do a whole lot.
Meh.
Alright. It was 1 p.m. So
Press it.
here. It was
Billy says I hate to keep bugging you all about it, but Julian still sounds kind of loud and Bleep and Kyle kind of quiet.
I will
bump
turn
my gain up.
No, I'll bump
Yeah.
myself a little
Time
down.
of death 4 to 5, not 1.
owned. Okay, I turned my gain up a little bit too.
Yeah, down to 75%.
What's the present evidence button? Oh no.
X.
It says it right
present.
there. You peepee head.
Oh. You found the body at 1 p.m. Are you sure?
It was 1 p.m. for certain.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? You okay, Julian?
This is trivial! The witness merely forgot time!
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 o'clock p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question.
Great job, Wright. Way to put him in the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out the contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program? Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
This one should be pretty obvious. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Alright, what's wrong with this testimony, fellas?
It was a freaking
Power
blackout!
is out.
Did it! We solved it!
Objection!
Hold it right there. The prosecution...
Just yell objection each time?
Yeah, feel free.
Okay, nice.
The prosecution has said that there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
Ah! Well...
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Ah! Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sawit? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility.
That you seem...
and
Oh, sorry.
that and you seem rather distraught. Please don't talk over me again.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been a shock of finding the body.
You are shaking those tits.
Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock on the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
even know the murder
You
weapon.
saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. Alright, what's wrong with this one?
Check the statue.
Oops.
Do you
No
always?
clock on it.
Yeah, isn't this on the right? You have to present it on the right statement, correct?
Mhm.
Isn't this the wrong statement?
Mm-hmm. I'm checking
Is
it
it?
for I'm checking it for Kyle.
Oh.
Oh. There you could present, right?
Actually, hold on.
Or what he saw, but it doesn't have a visible clock on it.
There actually could be a couple things in this scenario because how would he know that it was a clock?
Yeah, because
Unless he was like in there.
It's because he was fucking doing it, man.
And also the murder weapon.
I would go one statement back and then present the thingy.
Let's do it.
Objection!
Wait just a moment. You could actually do
the
that
moment.
on the DS version because of the microphone.
Oh, really?
Yep. The
Oh,
murder weapon
wow, I
wasn't
gotta
a
get the
clock,
DS
it was the
version
statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock?
Ah! You with your objections and your evidence. Just who you do think you are?
Just answer the question, Mr. Saw It.
Hey, I saw it there. Okay, that's a clock.
You should probably turn your gain down a bit more.
No.
Alexa
Yana?
says, I get RPG Maker games have a lot of text, but where's the combat?
If I may,
Yes, Mr. Payne.
as the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The next is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
I think we have some problems.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I hate how dense the judge is in this.
No deductive reasoning at all.
Forgets everything after 3 seconds like a freaking housefly.
Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the
Holy
witness's
shit,
testimony.
there's someone else in here with me.
The only way he could have known that the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there!
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one that killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw It. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice is burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face.
Fuck you say about my face, you little bitch?
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That I never. Look, the clock. I heard no. I mean, I saw. Shut up! I hate you. It was him. I tell you, I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Give him death.
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor.
you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sot heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply...
By sounding the clock.
Bada bing. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock?
What's this? It's still got strawberry jam on it.
I ask the court to listen very carefully.
I think it's 8:25.
Get it?
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is a thinker after all.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sot heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sot, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh, what's he thinking about now?
Well, it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
This part of it is clever. He's right.
Passport.
How am I supposed to prove that? Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the examination of Mr. Frank Sod.
Come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime.
Grr, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed
Who
you.
did?
There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sot.
Oh, frick!
Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock is 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out that reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes.
Time's all
Wait.
then.
Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court records that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Like you pulled off your rug? Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
Alright, what is it?
Passport. She was in France. Yeah! 3 hours then.
The victim has just returned from abroad that day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It?
Oh, fuck.
Fucking killed him.
Oh, order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
Was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
I have to say, I'm impressed. Don't think I've ever seen blah, blah. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ain't nothing but a G thing. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts. No, that's kind of a funny name. Not guilty! And with that, this court is adjourned. Oh, where did I put my pants?
It turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were in and out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. Then what happened?
You know the rest.
Whew. I still can't believe we won. Right.
I'm getting some water.
Okay. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. I heard those batteries twice and got really confused.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
My life is over.
Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now?
Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
Good! Wait, no. I mean, bad! Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
Cindy Wendy's gone, man. She's gone forever.
Larry, she was a... No, never mind.
Dirty thought.
Congratulations, Harry.
Harry?
Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent.
Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My tree?
Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, that was the one that got you off the hook.
Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present.
A present? For me? Wait, isn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that just make you want to cry?
Larry. Are you so sure?
Squeeze me.
I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way.
No, you don't sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friends? Something that proves how she felt about him? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about?
She took the dang-ass statue with her.
Ding, 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 ding.
Like that!
Check this out,
Can you
Larry.
imagine just having a nice, quiet conversation with your friends, and he's just like, "Take that!
Check it out, Larry!
You fucking idiot!
Hold it!
Objection!"
Proof. Positive you weren't just some chump to her.
Huh? What about that clock?
This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And you took it with her when she traveled.
Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all.
You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will.
Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks.
Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow, laugh, love, live.
Work it. Make it. Do it.
Harder, better,
Makes sense.
faster, stronger.
Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock would soon be going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise I wouldn't be able to keep.
Oh, frick.
The end.
We did it. We beat the game.
Yay! 4 more cases.
Okay, that's it.
They get kind of lengthy because they're split into
Oh yeah,
multiple
this is like a
Oh,
quarter or
okay.
a half a case.
I think
Because-
I played through part of the second one, and then that was a while back.
Mhm.
I haven't
You have
sat
to
down
do-
with it again.
Like there's intermission sections where you have
wait,
to
stop.
do some.
Okay.
All
All right. So should we keep going? Are we enjoying this, chat? Are you vibing with
Chat.
our voice acting?
Chad, are you loving this?
Is this a good idea?
Is the audio fine now?
It's Burger King.
I'm a little further away from the microphone. I'm down to 75%.
I'm even closer to the microphone, and I'm up to 125%.
Thank you, Millie.
Well,
Thank
that's one
you.
vote. Cafe. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Just say Ika.
Ika. Millie says, I'm loving it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I had McDonald's yesterday. It was kind of disgusting.
I had it the other day. It was fine. I asked for extra onions, and there was a mountain of onions.
Oh, if you ask for extra, they'll just destroy it.
All right.
I haven't had fast food in 3 weeks.
So I don't know if we're gonna be in this second one long enough, or I don't know. I think it's about like an hour or two at the rate we're going. So if you guys are up for it, I say we keep going.
Should we take a short toilet break?
Yeah, I was
No.
gonna
Get
suggest
some
that
drink?
too.
Some
No.
refreshments?
No,
Kyle is full of. drinks
All right,
right
you
now.
don't, I will.
I'm just full of piss.
All right. I'm gonna mute myself and leave the you guys on. So Kyle, you
That's
can
a
entertain
dangerous
everyone.
game you're playing, buddy.
I'm gonna leave you unattended on the stream.
All right, cool. So earlier in the chat, there was a mention of Burger King. How's Burger King in the US, Kyle?
The last time I had Burger King was a few weeks ago when I was house hunting, and it blocked me up for 3 days straight, and I was in severe pain.
It tastes like charcoal. That's my
Really?
summary.
Yeah.
Burger
mean-
King is actually good here. It's like the better choice to McDonald's.
I crave it and donuts like every winter though, and no other time of the year. All right, let's take a break.
Millie says Burger King literally tastes like poison here.
It literally is poison here. Let's be honest. All right.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
See you in 5, everyone. Kyle, sing everyone a song while we're gone.